Hello, Adele Mitchell here, and today I wanted to do something a little different. So I really want to pinpoint on astrology signs because this is something that I have been told to do by you, my viewers, as well as my other fans through my Facebook, Instagram, and through my website. So I have been holding on to this beautiful board here. It is the 12 houses of the zodiac. So we are going to be tapping into all 12 houses for your specific astrology sign, and we will be starting with Aries today. So the first house we are going to look into is Aries itself, which is the house of yourself. Okay, so this is all about you, what you really need right now, personal interests, what's going to help you in the near future. And you've received the Nine of Swords, the Black Swan, and we're just going to place this right here. Okay, so it looks like there is some healing that needs to be taken place right now for you, for yourself. So if you're feeling a little bit of like mental struggles or like things are constantly building up blocks in your way, then now is the time to really just sit back and give yourself a little space. It's kind of like if you were to give someone distance, you need to do that with yourself because if you keep pushing, then you're going to keep being met with this block or several blocks, which could really affect you in a negative way for the future. And you definitely do not want that. So this is something that is definitely going to need to be worked on for the coming week. Please do not ignore yourself. Just when giving distance to yourself, be sure that you're just doing things that don't feel like it's pressuring you or stressful. Okay, do activities that you enjoy and love. All right, looks like we have the Six of Wands here, and this is going into your second house, which is your possessions, things that you hold dear. And what you've received recently and also in the near future is going to feel very, very promising. So if you're planning on making a big purchase in the near future, this is something that's going to provide to you for years ahead, right? It's not just going to be for the time being or feeling like it's temporary. I'm looking at a very stable and even progressive type of item that you may be wanting to buy for yourself, or if you feel like you're holding on to something that is near and true to you, that's okay to do too. Don't allow for any outside influences to come in and tell you that you need to do anything different, because you're doing what is very right for you and is going to help you in the future. I'm also picking up the Six of Wands that this is going to be playing into the self. So when you feel like you're giving back to yourself in a way, you're going to want to do so with either this purchase coming up or with the idea of just doing things that make you feel like there is no need for change. All right, we have two more cards. We have the Seven of Cups, the Beaver. And this is going to go right into your third house, which is the way that you communicate with others. Okay, when you communicate with others, there's going to be times when you are feeling like you have to really explain yourself to them. So, and I'm picking up on people wanting to kind of influence you too throughout this week. So pushing their own opinions on you. And this goes back to the self and having that distance. And also staying true to you as well with the second house in Taurus and your positions. So trusting that you really are focused on you this week and not wanting to let anyone come into that sacred space that you're creating so that you can keep flourishing forward without feeling like you're hitting a wall. We kind of talked about this in your first house with self. That's something that has happened in the recent past. It does not need to happen in the coming future, because you can easily communicate with others to kind of let them know what you're focusing on and what you are not, and that really has a lot to do with other people's ideas and perceptions for you. So if people are portraying to you, oh, maybe have you tried this? I did it, it worked for me. It's not going to work for you, and it's okay for you to say, oh, that's a really good idea, and I appreciate your input, but I think I'm going to do this. In your next house is your family life. And, oh, I'm sorry, you received the star, aka the polar bear. All right, so with family, I'm seeing that there's going to be a sense of kind of like joy. The word commitment came through, which is not a particular description of the star, but that's just a psychic thing coming through that I have to share with you. So if you're feeling like you need more time with somebody specific in your family, could even be your spouse, the person that you're married to or having a relationship with, or it could be, a friend, a sister, a brother, a cousin. Somebody in your family life is going to be giving to you in a way that feels very, very good. They're almost like a promise is coming through, like their promise to be there for you, their promise to support you in anything that you need support with. And that has a lot to do with the self, once again, right? Focusing on yourself. They're not going to impede on you with their own, plans or what they think is best for you. So this person here in your family is not really technically going to be the person that you're going to face a little bit of complications in communication with. This is going to be someone else. Back here with the communication and the Seven of Cups, that was looking a lot like a friend or a teacher, someone who has influential energy upon you and others that they cross paths with. Where did the deck of cards go? Oh, there it is. Okay, we're going to go into your next house, which is house number 5. And this is your pleasure house. This is where you need to add in some fun, giving back to yourself in ways where you're just not feeling like pushing yourself for work or anything like that. 10 of Wands, another Wands. Okay, we're going to put this right here in your pleasure house. And it looks like after you've come through a time of wanting to be, taking care of yourself with that 9 of Swords, now is a time to kind of push forward, okay, because the block is going to be removed out of your way, or blocks, I should say plural, because that did come through. Pushing forward and feeling like you have a lot of support. And I was picking up on that with your family right here. So you're going to be able to, trust in your own ideas, in your own plans. Know that you are taking very good care of yourself as you pull out of this, making that space for yourself, giving yourself time to heal, move forward, allowing some, distance from what you were pushing yourself to do earlier. And going now into more determination, more plans, right? This is a big working card. I know we just said that this is the pleasure house and it's not supposed to be related to work, but there's something in your work life that's going to be extremely pleasurable. And I also see that you're going to be able to accomplish some goals that you've had in the back of your mind for a while, and that's going to bring you a lot of joy and satisfaction too. So it's okay to go forward with, things that you are putting your mind, body, and soul into, because this is your pleasure house and it's what you're meant to be doing for yourself right now. We are going into health house. And you received the Knight of Swords. This guy's a go-getter, the Roadrunner here. And this shows us that everything's going to be very, very good with your health. Also, the people that you're going to be spending your time with are going to have very good health as well. So you're going to be able to, reflect that with them. I'm not seeing anything coming up as far as like getting a virus or dealing with a type of health issue that is like really impeding upon your goals that we were seeing here in your pleasure house. So all is well in the health house, which is always good to hear. And let's go now into your 7th house, which is partnership. And you've received the Empress. So with the partnership here, the pleasure house, it looks, I'm sorry, not the pleasure house, the partnership house, it looks like somebody's going to be giving to you. Somebody that you've been wanting attention from, somebody that you need a little extra from is definitely going to be offering that to you in this coming week. They're not going to hold back. You're going to notice them giving you perhaps gifts because the abundance is coming through with this Empress here. Kind of like an ever-flowing energy where you feel like you are comforted, you're secure, nothing's going to really change, you're not going to be thrown any curveballs or feeling any sort of like suspicion within your connection to your partner. And for the single folk, this can actually be connected to how you are doing in your single life. And, the people that you connect with the most, such as friends or family members, they too are going to be very giving of their time and energy and effort in their connection with you. That's another extremely positive card. We are going to go now into the transformation house. House number 8. You've received the Strength card, the Lion. I'm seeing that back here when you gave yourself that time. That was really, really needed. This is kind of sort of being very progressive in accomplishing, goals, feeling very powerful in your own physical health. And here we have it as well in the Strength card coming into your transformation. So the transformation is all about any changes you want to make. This also has, some type of like journeying energy in this house. So if you're planning on doing a trip, short, long, whatever, you're planning on spending time with new people or entering into something new, such as a new job, even like an interview, new classes starting, anything like that. This shows right here that you have everything you need to really strive right through and not have anything standing in your way. It looks like you've worked so hard to release those blocks and get them gone, and they truly are now. So we are going to go now into your 9th house, philosophy, and you've received the Lovers. The Lovers can be a little bit of a distraction when we're looking at a house such as philosophy. So even though you have all this power going on here, there's still going to be a little part of you that's going to want to kind of not show too much focus when it comes to learning something new. Like we were just talking about perhaps going into a new job or classes or something like that. There's going to be a part of you that's a little hard to attain and like set into focus. Okay. So, and that could come because you felt so powerful and so strong in your decision making and feeling like goals are already being accomplished. That can happen really easily too when, you wanted to get into a specific course, you're in, and now all of a sudden you're like, okay, great, now I need a minute, or distractions are just coming through, as mentioned with this Lover's card. It can be a time to kind of want to play a little too much, as opposed to, well, you've made this accomplished, now it's time to really go strong with it. So just be aware when this shows up and you start to feel your inner child coming up saying, hey, let's go have some fun. You don't have to work right now. You're going to want to kind of pay attention and make sure that you don't allow this distraction to take over you in any way, because that will create another block, and you've done so well at getting rid of those blocks. We are now entering into the 10th house, the reputation house, how other people see you. You have the 6 of Cups. A lot of cups have come through for you with this reading, and it's always a pretty positive card to receive in any of your readings, so I love seeing this. It looks like people are going to feel very comfortable around you. I'm also picking up on old connections coming up, so you may hear from an ex. Fun. But I'm seeing that this ex had like a good vibe anyway, and that there was a little bit of a friendship that has been built over the course of time that you have not been together. So hearing from this person is going to be okay. And then also, people are going to be very kind to you. I like how I was just picking up on the inner child here with the Lovers, because the inner child is also coming through with the 6 of Cups as well. So if, once again, there's this vibe where you're going to feel like you want to play and have fun and put work aside. So it kind of comes a little bit, and again, as another like warning. All right. And in your 11th house, your friendships, the King of Pentacles. Your first Pentacles. Your friendships are looking fruitful. I'm not picking up on anything that is not going to be good for you. Back here we had the 7 of Cups in the communication, where there was the possibility of somebody coming in, a particular friend, but I'm seeing a lot of space from that friend with this house right here, because this King of Pentacles is going to come through, and that's who you're going to be spending a lot of time with. This person can also feel like they have rich energy. So if you're having any money troubles or feeling, not that I picked up on that, but feeling like you just need a little boost of confidence, this King of Pentacles is definitely going to be the person you want to hang out with. Because they're going to be able to kind of boost you up, make you feel good, and show you the path to success. All right, and last we have the 12th house. It's the unconscious. It's where your dreams lie. It's where, undiscovered goals are happening. You received the 5 of Wands. 5 of Wands can be a little restrictive. We were just talking about, being around this person that's going to kind of build you up. And this is going to be the reason why. Because once you get through all of this, there's going to be still some subconscious stuff going on in your mind that's wanting to hold you back a little bit. And also hiding from truths is in this card, and feeling like someone is challenging you to the extent that it just doesn't feel good, and you feel overwhelmed by them. So this is definitely something you're going to want to pay attention to, be on the lookout for, and trust that when it does arise, you're going to have plenty of people around you that will get you through these moments, be sure to reach out to them, to talk to these people. Don't hide it. Don't keep things in, because if you do, you're just going to kind of suffer. It's going to be unfun times, okay? So be open with your communication, and that will help you through any types of future blocks that show up towards the end of the week. Thank you so much for coming. I wish you a blessed week ahead, and don't forget to subscribe if you have not already. Bye-bye for now.